We should be live just about now because we're live now. Good evening, folks. Thanks for coming out. Hope you're all doing well. We actually had a heat wave in Scotland today. It went above 8 degrees, so I was a happy chappy. You might notice a wee bit of colour in my cheeks. I'm usually the Grim Reaper, but there's a wee bit of colour. Anyway, enough about me. Tonight we have back, after a long absence, LSP, Lost Souls Paranormal. We'll get Nikki and Gemma, who are just back from America.
We are.
Good evening, ladies. How are we?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Oh, Nikki, good. How are you?
Nikki's having a wee bit of computer problems, but
doing all right.
So, how was America?
It was hot.
Oh, was it too hot?
Yeah, too good.
It was good, but it was too
wasn't
hot for me.
hot.
I don't do sunshine.
It was nice.
I had spicy spots everywhere.
There's nothing to do with being Scottish. Oh, it's too hot for me. I need some snow. No, I mean, just because she's Scottish. I was roasting the day and I was loving it. I mean, so what did you get up to? The good stuff, I mean, not the other kind of stuff. Keep that to yourselves.
Well, we went over with the main kind of purpose. We were visiting Bobby Mackey's and the Thomas House to do a four-day run, which was really cool to see those places. I mean, there was a lot of partying. The ghost hunting was a little bit of a token effort, but it was really cool to see them in person. But yeah, it was like a college party for old people.
I do have a bone to pick, but I do have one bone to pick these that you were in Nashville and you never jumped over to Memphis to visit Graceland.
It's not really a jump over. It's like 4.5 hours from where we were staying.
That's nothing in America. That's nothing.
Well, no, but we didn't really have time.
I was quite jealous when I seen the pictures of you in Nashville.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah. What a place. Best city ever. It's just unlike anywhere I've ever been. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? I know I commented to go to the Alan Jackson Museum. Did you go?
No.
Waste of time asking. Is that really?
Scott, if it wasn't a bar, we didn't go.
No. See a wee bit of culture. Nah.
We saw all the country bands in the pubs, and
I was going to say that's the only culture we saw.
Yeah.
So is it worth my while asking you about the ghost hunting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we did. We had 2 nights where we did ghost hunting, didn't we? We did Thomas House on Friday and went to Bobby Mackey's on the Sunday to do the ghost hunting.
Yeah.
Because like the Thomas House, it was like a public event on the Friday. The Saturday was just like a private party event type thing. But yeah, it was the Thomas House is fantastic, isn't it? The seance room in there with the REM pods all going off with the dirty old man. That was really good. Bobby Mackey's was the same actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a lot of activity in there. There were a lot of very good responses to questions in there.
I was a little bit more concerned about climbing on the bulb.
I know. And me being the top.
Did I not tell you to keep that other stuff private, climbing on the bull? That could be kept.
Oh, it's like there's photos all over Facebook. There's no secrets.
I know.
Pictures. Are they really that hard to stay on? I've seen them in films and stuff. Are they really that hard to hold, don't they?
They didn't switch it on. I managed to stay on it when Craig shook it and I was trying to get off. That was fun.
Only just.
So it was more like a drinking, a booze trip actually then, wasn't it, basically?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you can admit it. A lot of teams would say, oh, no, we did some serious stuff as well. We went sightseeing and took photographs, stuff like that. But I'm glad you ladies can come on and just say, no, we went and boozed up. That was it. Especially Gemma, she's Scottish, so it's in her blood,
It is. They're a brilliant bunch of people. I mean, we already knew Mike and Chris before we went over there, but we'd never met anybody else. We kind of spoke to them on Facebook and in group chats and things like that. But honestly, the people over there, they were like family. We came back with this whole new American family, and it was lovely. They were amazing. They're all coming over here actually in October.
Yeah, they're all booked up
for the event we're doing at Kirkstall Abbey in Leeds with the Wraith Chasers. So there's probably about 12 of them coming over. 10 or 12?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, potentially more, but they're just the loveliest people. And I always say that the southern states of America, the people there are like us northerners. You know, the salt of the earth, welcoming types, and it was fab. Really real.
You do see that. I mean, you know, I've always wanted to go to America, and maybe next year. But no offence to the people in the north of America, we always see the southerners as welcoming, and you know, come and join our barbecue, or you know, drink our moonshine or whatever it is they do.
Oh, yeah.
Moonshine.
Oh, God, there's a lot of that.
Have some moonshine.
Oh yeah.
I did not partake.
Yeah, you did.
Come on, Gemma. Don't say, well, right? Somebody's fibbing. Who's fibbing?
No, I didn't do it. It was a fireball for me.
Is that really the same kind of stuff?
Yeah.
No.
No, I thought fireball would have been the same as moonshine. But no, I've always wanted to go. And you see the southern people is quite welcoming and very down to earth, and they just don't give a toss. You know, but the Bobby Mackies, I like to hear, but the other one, I've never heard of the other one, to be honest with you. I know, I should be ashamed, but I've never heard it. And no offence to the owners, if they happen to ever watch this, no offence to you. Bobby Mackey, I know Ghost Adventures and loads of teams have done it. What was your kind of experience of the place?
It was... Go on, Gemma.
I was going to say, first impression, it was very... I would say dusty. It wasn't the best sort of environment to be in, but to be honest, you quickly forgot about that once you started investigating.
Yeah, I mean it's an old honky tonk. It's, you know, it's as it was in probably 1970. But I mean, I've got a deep rooted love for dive bars. I absolutely love them. So I was quite happy there. It was weird to walk in and kind of see it after you've seen it on so many shows,
yeah,
kind of on TV, and think, God, this is it. This is I'm here. And it was really cool to see it.
Did it live up to expectations? I know that there's loads of folk that have done it and ghost shows, etc. And you know, there's always negative energies and you know the usual stuff that these shows pull up here. Did it live up to your expectations?
I don't think it's the portal to hell, as people like to say. It was active. We climbed down into that pit in the basement, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We had a photo shoot in there. Got to be done. But to be honest, the basement wasn't the most active place, was it? The bar up at the top by the pool tables was.
Yeah.
That was active. All kinds of stuff going on there.
So was it just 2 investigations and two locations you investigated? Was that it?
Yeah. We were there a week, but the ghost hunting was kind of a bit more condensed, and we just had a good time the rest of the time.
Yep.
You would think it'd be the other way around.
No. You've met us, right, Scott? Yeah.
Aye, probably a few times, you know, and I know Gemma's reputation when it comes to a drink, you know. You know, I'm only kidding. Well, that reminds me, Mickey. You know, I'm only kidding, Gemma. That's Scottish together. Do you know what I mean? That's right, Nicky. Where's your Scottish accent? I'm not going to ask Gemma because she's really good with Scottish accent.
Mine's rubbish. I mean, I take the mick out of you all the time, don't I? Oh, yeah, that swamp.
Yeah, give it a bash, lass. Let's see you. I'll try to do your accent.
I just did my best Shrek impression for you.
Go on. I missed it. Go on, do it again.
That'll do, donkey.
Was that Scottish?
Yeah. Well.
Where's your right, Gemma?
Yeah.
Is the right word, I think, don't you? That just doesn't sound Scottish to me at all. I'm sorry.
It is.
Sorry.
I promise.
What about your American accent? Come on, you must have
Oh
practiced.
no, we're not doing this. We had this the whole time we were there. Say this. Say that. No. Oh, go on. Gemma, you've got to do your 3 sheets. Do it.
Son of a biscuit.
Son of a biscuit.
Yeah. One of the women over there, it's kind of her little catchphrase, and Gemma just adopted
I love it.
So, are you still saying it over here then?
Yeah.
Right.
Not gonna lie.
Are we what?
So I asked you, see, Nikki doesn't really understand Scottish, Gemma. I says, is she still doing it over here, dear?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like in Tesco or something like that, son of a biscuit, look at the prices, stuff like that.
But it has to be quite high pitched when I say it.
Hi.
Otherwise it's not right.
Or is it kind of high pitched?
Yeah.
Son of a biscuit.
A little bit.
That's about as high as I can go, I'm afraid, ladies. No, I mean, I know you find that when you go to different places, you always want to hear you speak.
Yeah.
And,
a couple of bits and pieces, yeah.
And they always want, I've told a story before. I'm not going to tell it all again because I'm fed up with it. But when I went to Wales, everybody wanted me to swear at them, basically. They didn't want a conversation with me. They just wanted to make it's after 9 o'clock. So, and we don't swear in this song, but they would come up and say, call me a bastard. I said, just call me a bastard. So, do you know why I know my name or anything? No, just call me a bastard. A bastard. Oh, gee, thanks. And away they go. You know what I mean? And that was I never had a conversation all night. I was cussing folk all night because they wanted to hear me swear at them. You know what I mean?
No, that's be done.
Well, the Americans picked up one phrase from you, didn't they?
From me? Oh.
Yeah, just as a fart.
Yeah. Oh, no, I thought you were going to say you what?
Oh, you what? No. That's just Chris.
Yeah.
Did you not find it hard the first couple of days being understood and trying to... So I bet you tried to slow your speech down, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Particularly me. They do struggle with me.
You do?
Yeah.
I
struggle with me more than Gemma, to be honest, which is weird. But Yorkshire people drop letters out all over the place and run words together and, make noises in place of words. So they did struggle with that.
It's a kind of different planet language, Yorkshire, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
A little bit. But to be fair, I mean, I struggle to understand them at times.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no.
I did a fair bit of smiling and nodding, like, yeah.
You could have been agreeing to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being sold off as a wife or something. Aye, okay.
Exactly.
$20. Aye, okay, that's fine.
She could be anywhere right now.
I know. In some basement or something, shackled to a beam or something like that, A cult wife.
Here we thought,
Where's Gemma? Where did she last year? She was in that bar, man, talking to that crowd of guys.
Oh.
So, what I know, I did say in the post that we might talk paranormal for a wee bit, but, 9 times out of 10 of our shows don't talk about paranormal, which is kind of weird because we're a paranormal channel.
Yeah, well.
But it's good to have a wee break now and again. But how did you find the kind of investigations over there compared to over here, working with Americans? Do they have a different kind of way or?
They're really into it, aren't they? I mean, there was one turned up, and it was very Ghostbusters style. They had all these contraptions attached to them, like with the tablet coming out from the front of their chest. And
that was at Mackie's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, super into it. But I mean, you get that over here. You get people who are super into it, and that's fair enough. That's the people that love it and the people that keep all this stuff going. I mean, we can do what we do. They absolutely loved it. They had a great time. But they just went off on their own, didn't they? They were just on it and gone.
Yep.
The techniques themselves, they use a lot of the same stuff we do, all the beeping, this, that, and the other REM pods and millimeters and whatever. I think last time they came, when they came to Bosworth, they'd never done kind of mirror scrying and things like that, which we do quite a lot of, and human pendulum. So that's a gift from England.
Yeah.
As you said, I mean, we've got a lot of American friends, obviously, and you know, we love them dearly. They're all, some of them are nuts, some of them are totally insane.
Most, yeah.
Most of them, I'm trying to down a bit there, Gemma. You know, I'm trying to keep it, you know, some, you know, most of them are crazy, you know, in a good way.
In the best way.
Anybody from America watching, we do love you, you know that. But do you know, I think they tend to go more to the kind of demonic side of things than anything else? Everything's demonic.
I think that's the TV, isn't it? That's the TV stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we've not investigated with any other teams apart from them over there. So, I mean, we can't really speak for other ones over there, but they're not this into all the demonic kind of stuff at all. I think that is mainly like the shock factor for TV when they go to these places.
I noticed quite a few teams, or just what you're talking about, you know, they've got all the gear and what have you. I mind watching one guy, I can't mind his name, it was a long time ago, but it was just himself, and he had the black gear on with the black bulletproof vest and that, and what you think he was going to a war with Iraq. You know.
I know.
Yeah. Ghost hunting in attack vest.
And you think, what are the spirits going to do? You know, you're a bulletproof. I don't know any spirits that carry guns about. You know.
Oh, they all do over there.
That was really daunting over there.
What was?
Guns. Just freely, you know, packed at the back of their jeans.
It's a whole different type of world there, gun-wise, isn't it? It's, you know, checking a third person owns a gun. You know? So
it's just how it is, yeah.
But as you see somebody in Tesco with a gun in the back of their jeans, you know, you empty the
like it.
You know, everybody's out the door. Forget the £1 back for the trolley. You can go. No, actually, no, we're Scottish, so I'd want the £1 back before I went.
True.
Take your chance.
Oh no, I grudge giving them £1 even though I know I'm getting it back. You know what I mean? But it's a way of life over there, isn't it? You know, the gun in the back of the belt or whatever, and it's normal.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way, you know, that's the way they live and what have you. But no, when I seen this one guy and he had a bulletproof vest and that on, I thought, why? You know,
where exactly are we going? Yeah.
Where are you off to, mate, yourself, a bulletproof vest on? You know, you're in Cambridge or wherever the hell he was. It was an old church he was in. You know,
hardly the Bronx.
You know, it's no CSI or whatever the hell it is. You know, I mean, I wear a hoodie, that's it. So I'm buggered if I meet a ghost with a gun. That's me.
No, I'll take my chances.
I think we will kind of take our chances. But it's good to have you back. Do you wish you were still there? Do you miss it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't miss all the travelling, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that was a lot.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it.
Driving or flying?
Both.
Everything. I mean, Gemma clocked up how many miles we did in between all the flights, all the car journeys kind of between Tennessee and Kentucky for Thomas House and Bobby Mackey's, which we did twice, and that's 4 hours kind of each journey. How many thousand miles was it, Gemma?
It was about 9,500.
Yeah, we did a lot.
How many times would you need to go up and down Britain to clock that up?
I know, and it's just nothing to them over there. It's like driving to the next city.
Yeah.
That's how when Kimber, when she went over, she was in Oregon, but she's just back. But the previous visit, she hooked up with Jennifer, who stays in Madras, and so before they went, I said the two of you could hook up because you are nearby each other. You know, you're in Oregon, so that and Jennifer's like, we're no near each other. It's a 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah. I mean, I whinge about a 2 hour drive, so not quite sure how I'd get on it. Yeah.
I would love one drive I'd love to do is Route 66.
Yeah. I mean, that's a completely different area, isn't it? But yeah, that's kind of a bucket list thing. It looks amazing.
That's a thing for a lot of people, isn't it?
I think it's like 2 weeks or something it would take you, something like that. But for one side to the country to the other, I think that'd be absolutely amazing. Driving on the other side of the road, I think that would take a wee bit of getting used to.
Oh. No. What is worse than driving on the other side of the road is trying to cross the road.
Oh my God.
I mean, we diced with death. So just trying to get to Walmart.
Yeah.
There was this particular junction and we just kept ending up stranded in the middle of it. Like people kept stopping and they were all on the wrong side and we didn't know where to go. It was terrifying.
It was.
Do they no stop for you over there, kind of thing?
Yeah, but there's no crossings and there's no kind of little islands in the middle of the road, and it's really confusing. It's absolutely terrifying. You've got to really want to go to Walmart to cross the road.
We Walmart.
You mean Asda? Is it Asda? Asda, part of Walmart. I know a couple of times in Spain, I nearly got killed years ago because I would forget and you step, be a bus coming or something like that, and obviously you're looking the wrong way. But I think in America, are they not kind of crazy drivers?
I don't think so.
There's a few, but not who we were with.
No, not who we were with.
They were the safe ones.
Yeah, thankfully.
So what's your plans now you're back in the UK? What we're going to be seeing you getting up to? When you coming to Scotland?
Oh, I don't know. We need to come back.
Or you can go to America, but you can't come up the hill to Scotland.
Do you know how far a drive that is, Scott?
Don't give you that.
Really long way.
We should do the bus again.
I loved the old lady bus to Edinburgh. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Because that night in Edinburgh, we just missed you.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I texted you, didn't I, when we were at Greyfriars? But we had a token walk around because we were all in party dresses and heels. So we didn't stay long. It was freezing.
But you were too early that night.
No way.
Aye, it was your fault.
Oh, okay.
We were fashionably late. No, we were really. We were on time because where were we going? What were we doing? We were doing
vaults. No.
Aye, we were doing the vaults.
Well, we went to the vaults during the day, but we never got there for a ghost hunt.
No.
We were above the vaults on the night in the bars on Nidri Street.
Oh, so you were above us, we were below.
Yeah, we were in Banshees.
Yeah, we were.
Because I mind you mail to say that you were in Greyfriars too bloody early, we're on our way.
To be honest, we didn't go on purpose. We just found it.
It was like
happened to walk past it, like, oh, look where we are.
Let's go in.
I think Gemma knew where she was going all the time. I think she knew where it was.
Yeah.
No, I it would have been a good laugh. That night was kind of disappointing. We did it wasn't the underground ones, it was the other set, the Nidri Street. We did, because there's two sets.
Yeah.
This was the one with the stone circle and the witch's room and stuff. And
oh yeah, that's where we went.
Yeah.
It's a nice place, but we ended up leaving early. Because
there wasn't much to see. It was a bit dark, but I mean we got to stand inside the circle.
It was a bit weird, wasn't it? But there was just so many people there.
Yeah, it was a bit busy.
Yeah. But we were doing the tourist thing, weren't we? We just had to see it one way or another.
Yeah.
I need to ask you this, and I'll tell you the reason why after we come off. How did you feel, Gemma, standing inside the circle?
At first, a little bit anxious.
That was all the people watching.
But no, fine. I felt perfectly fine.
It didn't feel weird anywhere in there, did it? Really?
No, not really.
I don't know if it had been different without a massive group of people.
Yeah.
Nice to find out.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
We were there with Nighthawk Paranormal, and Spike came as well. and we get absolutely nothing. You know, and we've watched other teams go in and they're standing at the circle and they're saying, "Oh, I can feel hellfire and negativity and sacrifice and the toys and whistles." And we were meant to be there till I think it was about 6 in the morning. I think we left about 3. Let's go. But the other set of vaults, Nidgy Street South, the underground ones, they're totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that surprised me about Nidgy Street, we'd never been in it, and that it was above ground. It was below ground. When we go there, the guy took us upstairs, and I'm thinking, is he taking us up to his flat or something?
You have to get that huge burst to get up the stairs.
You broke up there.
It was that huge first step to try and get up the stairs that almost did me in.
Oh yeah, there's that torture museum, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's about that size of step in it. You need a ladder per step.
Yeah.
It is a nice place, but it's just to say, maybe we were just there on the wrong night. You get that, and maybe
we've been places that people absolutely rave about, and you turn up and you get nothing, but it happens, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
We've talked about this on shows before. That do you think that the more hype a place gets, the less active it is?
Potentially, I think some places are just completely overdone.
Yeah. But also, you go in with such much bigger expectations as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I was really impressed with Newton Park, because that's somewhere I'd hyped up in my head for years. I've been after going for forever and a day, and we finally got there. Was it last year we went?
About a year ago now. Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't have great expectations because I thought, I've hyped this place up for so long. I'm going to get there and it's going to be rubbish, but it just wasn't, was it? It was amazing. It's probably one of the best places we've ever done.
Yeah.
You get location, or before I forget, totally change the subject, but it's just popped into my head. I get these random thoughts or memories, they just bing, they just. Mike Koval says not to mention his underwear. So, Mike, I know you're probably going to watch this again. We're not going to talk about your underwear.
No, we won't.
Mike and his pants. No. It was a chair. It was a chair thing, wasn't it?
Sorry.
It put a comment up our own, and it's just like, a worm to a fish. You're going to mention it. You're going to put in a comment. It's going to get mentioned, Mike. Sorry, guy. Sorry, my man, but the world knows that you run about the house in your pants.
Yeah. It was when he disappeared in the chair, though.
All right, you didn't get that bit of the guy. I was just meant to talk about his pants. There's nothing there to talk about a guy's pants, but
That was funny. That was so funny.
Tell us about the chair anyway, now you mentioned it. What happened with the chair?
So,
it was on with you.
Yeah.
I know, but I just like hearing the story, even though I was there.
It was the hydraulics in his chair failed, and it was just getting lower and lower, but he couldn't get off the chair to fix it because he was in his knickers.
You see, because anybody watching that never saw that live will be thinking, pants, chair. What the hell am I watching here? Do you know what I mean?
Sure, it'll still be on.
Welcome to the show.
50 Shades or something like that. Show. With that. Fred, come here, watch this. Come on, see this. They're talking about pants. Know what I mean? But so Mike, there you go. We didn't talk about your pants, and I've forgotten what I was saying before then.
I tracked.
Were we talking about Newsham?
Aye, you're talking about Newsham.
Yeah. I mean, that place was active from start to finish all night. Absolutely amazing.
We've had some locations like that, and it's locations that have never been done before.
Oh yeah, I love a new location. They're just harder and harder to come by nowadays because
I know
everybody's doing everywhere.
See, we don't do events. We looked into it. I think it was about 2 years ago or something, but it was too much hassle, and insurance and blah blah all the rest of it. So, and plus we're too tight-fisted to pay for them.
We don't do a massive amount of events. We do more team shares than events, don't we? We do the ones with the wraith chasers. We do them as public events, but you know, we probably only do a few a year, don't we? The rest are team shares, but it works. Gets us out there.
Do you know think if you do? I mean, I say we've never done them, so this is just a thought of mine. Do you know think when you do a public event, it kind of takes it away a wee bit for yourself because you're concentrating on the public rather than, I know you're concentrating on what you're doing, but it kind of takes the personal side away a wee bit.
It does a bit.
Hope I made sense there.
Huh?
Did that make sense? It takes the personal side.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still fun. We still enjoy it. It's why we do it. We wouldn't do it if we didn't like it. But you're much more kind of focused on the guests having a good time and making sure everybody's where they're supposed to be, because your organizer brain takes over a little bit. And but no, they're still good fun. It's just different.
Yeah,
I've watched some events, and it's also, I don't know how you run yours, but I've watched some of them, and there's one particular team I'm not going to mention, but their team do all the the experiments, and the public just stand and watch. And I can think that's the wrong way. If you get the public in the event, get them involved.
Yeah, I've never seen that done at all. It's we throw everybody in, don't we?
Yeah.
No, I've seen it before, and one particular team does it quite a bit. They're probably standing in the walls, whatever, and they're doing other bits and pieces, and they always get results. As soon as you start.
Funny that.
It is funny that, I've seen another team, and they started to involve the public. When the public got involved, it went flat, nothing. And then the teams took over, and the spirits came back into the room.
Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely not our bag, is it? They don't come to watch. You got to get people involved. They come to try it out and do their own investigations. We always say, it's their night. We'll do what they want to do. There's no real structure. We'll put out the equipment if they want to use it, fair enough. But if they don't and they want to do something different, we're kind of just there to facilitate it, really, and help out.
To me, that's how it should be run. If I was to pay, I don't know, £30-40 to go to one of these events, I'd be expecting to be able to take part. If I was just told to stand against a wall and watch, I'd be like, go and stick it. I'm going, I'm off.
Yeah, you'd be freezing and tired, wouldn't you? I'd be asleep in a corner if that was me.
Maybe I'd maybe last 10-15 minutes and think, no, this isn't for me. But because I always say, you get all these disbelievers in the paranormal, which is fair enough. No everybody's a believer, but I always say, people have asked me about investigations, how does it feel, etc. I say, well, the best way to find out is to come along and yourself, because I think the best way is that for that person to experience something. I'm not talking about, a table flying across the room. If that happens, great, but it could be anything that happens to that individual that, that they notice and they know up here, well, hold on, that's not right. And they can't explain it. What do you think? Do you think that's the best way to not convince somebody that the paranormal's real, but give them an insight?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing gonna, there's nothing gonna be better for them coming on an event than something personal happening to them. I mean, it does happen for us, doesn't it? We get people coming along, and whether sometimes it's a Ouija board message or a word that's personal to somebody that means absolutely nothing to the location or anybody else, or I think it's what brings people back as well. They're happy, they experience it once and then hooked.
Yep, definitely.
It is like you do get hooked, but it's like a bug, isn't it?
An expensive bug.
Oh, I can't. Well, we see we're kind of a basic team. We're not really. We've got the usual K2 meters, REM pods, that kind of stuff, but we don't have any fancy cameras and all the rest of it because
no, we don't.
You don't. To me, a spirit doesn't care whether you've got a £400 camera or a ping pong ball.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Does this, a ping pong ball does the same job as, a £400 REM pod or something. If that ball moves and somebody's moved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. My favourite things to use are the flashing cat balls. And a few quid.
So what do you think about the debate that was raging maybe about a month and a half ago about the cat balls being easy to debunk?
I don't think I've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Well, you've not seen it?
No.
You were maybe in the bar.
Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe we were. It's really possible.
But they were talking. No, there was individuals out there saying that cat balls were a load of crap and they're very easily debunked and by vibrations and whatnot. But we've used them since day one practically, and the vibrations can set them off. I think.
Yeah, you do get false activations, don't you?
You can do it like with
But when you get, it's like we were at, I don't know, about a month ago, we were at a wee Kirkcaldy Spig and with a cat ball on a chair and a REM pod. And it's hard to describe. It was the first time we felt a spirit was trying to give us directions because Sarah was asking if you want Scott to walk forward, light the ball up, and the ball would light up. And we were using the Spirit Talker, which I want to ask you about as well. The Spirit Talker app, we've used it 3 or 4 times. It was GSI that recommended it, and we think it's brilliant. But the Spirit Talker would come back, too far. Stop there. And then, Sarah would say, well, if Scott's went too far, light the ball up. And the ball would light up.
All right.
It's stuff like that when it goes off in command.
Yeah, well, we had probably the best time I've seen a response with a cat ball. We were at the Golden Fleece in York. Were you with us, Gemma?
No.
There's 3 bedrooms. There's 2 at the front, the big fancy 4-poster rooms, and there's one at the back, which is it's still a lovely room, but it's just a double room, much smaller. And we're in there, and it doesn't look like the spookiest room. And we're all just kind of laying about, threw some cat balls on the floor, and this cat ball settled under the bed. And we know those floors are not even, a ball will roll from one side of the room to the other. The building's 600 years old. But this cat ball, it must have been sat there 10, 15 minutes. And loads of us saw it. Me and Rachel saw it. It rolled out from under the bed, and we thought, fair enough, wonky floors. But then it stopped. Then it lit up, changed direction, and rolled towards us. Yeah, it was. That was probably the best one I've seen with the cat ball. But there was loads of activity with them in the Golden Fleece. It's just a shame we can't get in anymore.
I know. We tried.
I tried.
Yeah.
Is there no a window at the back or something like
that? Yeah, unfortunately, they had. I think they've had some bad experiences with paranormal teams. They didn't name them. I actually spoke to the landlady in person last time we were in there, and she's a lovely, lovely lady, but she's just stopped it for everybody, unfortunately.
That's what happened to Greyfriars. That's why you're not allowed to investigate the Greyfriars anymore, because there was some teams going in and they were climbing over walls and stuff, like the Flodden wall, hundreds of years old, and they were climbing over it, or they were climbing on headstones, etc. And the amount of damage that was getting caused, and the Edinburgh Council says, no, enough's enough.
You can't blame them. You can't blame them for it, can you? It's just a shame for the rest of us.
Yeah. We're good. We're lucky enough to be good friends with Jamie Kistorfin, and so we can get into the Covenanters, whenever we get through to Edinburgh. But investigations are a big no-no, and it's for the reasons you ladies say, because it's some teams go in and they just don't know the word respect, and the owners, you can totally see where they're coming from. If a paranormal team goes in, causes damage, think, oh well, they must all be like that. So no, it's not happening, and it's unfortunate because there's a lot of good locations that aren't accessible anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that one was really, really fab. I'm so glad we got in because it's kind of iconic, isn't it? It's the one building that everybody has seen on the TV. Everybody sees it and visits it when they go to visit the city. And we were lucky that we got to go before it all got stopped.
We did investigations in Greyfriars before we found out that you weren't allowed to, and we never got anything in Greyfriars, you know. But that's neither here nor there. But the ball rolling, I'd love to see something like that. You know, the best thing we've had with the cat ball was at Loudon Kirk, with a K2 meter. It was a massive headstone, and with the K2 meter on one side and the ball on the other side, and we'd got a guy called Ian. We investigated it quite a bit, and we're building up, you know, a picture of what's going on there. And it's a gentleman called Ian, and the K2 was going on. So I says, if this is Ian, step back from the black box and light up the ball for me, please. And the ball went flat, and the ball lit up more or less straight away.
Where's this place that you do? Where is it?
Loudon Kirk, it's in Ayrshire.
Oh, okay.
It's actually about 10 minutes away. We've been going there for about 2 years, but we've done loads of investigations there. We had Spig came as in paranormal exposures from Idaho or Iowa, and they're for America. Well, one of them was originally for Glasgow. They came as well, and we've had all the evidence verified by different people. There's, I believe, a man and wife, a Mr. James Dempsey and his wife Christina's there, and a girl called Lisa, and Ian, for what we've gathered, is her father. We don't know why they're still there, but we have picked them up every time and say there's another 2 teams came with us. We've told them nothing about the place, and they're picked up on the same thing. We actually, long story short, we know there's kids there. So just before Christmas, Craig and I took a wee toy train and a wee angel doll, and we placed it in the Kirkyard. We went back the first week in January, and with the Necrophonic on, and I says, "Can you tell me what gifts we left for the kids, for the children?" And we got back train, toy, and doll.
Oh, wow.
Through the app. And obviously we sent it away to 3 or 4 different people, and we just says, "Going to listen to this," and they came back and said, "Well, I get train, and I get doll, and I get angel as well." You know, so it's stuff like that that's kind of hard to debunk. But I've had my sleeve tugged. I done a wee lone walk in there one night when I'm live, and I get my sleeve tugged twice, and that was it. But it's one of these places where you might not get a lot of evidence, but you always get something.
Yeah, and you get the good stuff.
You get the good stuff basically, and you know when you go, you're not going to be disappointed.
We'll have to come with you sometime.
Well, you know, it's too long a drive for you, Nikki.
It's really long. It's a really, really long drive.
Whereabouts are you again?
Yorkshire, West Yorkshire.
West Yorkshire. So you're about 2.5, 3 hours.
No, it's much longer than that.
How about,
shall we consult Google Maps? Definitely longer than that.
It's about 200.
Your place to Kilmarnock.
Let me see. Hang fire.
I'm saying 3.
It's 4 hours and 10 minutes. It's 244 miles.
That's like 3.5 hours. Yes.
Are we playing beat the sat nav? I win that game.
I've beaten the sat nav many a time.
Oh yeah, every time.
If you can drive in America, you can drive to Scotland.
I did drive in America. Did not. No way.
Gemma's busting to come up. There you go. Gemma's busting to come back up.
Oh yeah, I love Scotland.
See, So, you know, the weather's getting warmer, nights are getting lighter, whatever you want to call it. Jump in the car, make a night of it. Well, there's pubs up here as well, so don't worry.
Sold.
I know that I'm getting.
No, we'd love you to come up. I think it's always good if you take another team to a location that you've had evidence in, you know, you've had stuff happen or whatever, and you just take another team and say, right, just go and do your thing and tell us what you get. Have you done that and had, you know, stuff matching up before?
Yes, I know that we have, but I couldn't tell you where we go that many places.
Yeah. I mean,
it is really cool when it happens, though. It is really cool.
I think we got some similar sort of feedback from when we investigate the underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. We've not been for a while, have we?
No, we haven't. It's great there.
It's filthy, but it's great.
We don't have places like that here. The underground. We don't have stuff like that here.
It's an underground like marketplace, isn't it? It just got built on top.
It's underneath the shopping arcade. There's a Victorian shopping arcade in Keighley called the Royal Arcade, and it's directly underneath that. It was sealed shut for God, however many years. It's Victorian, I think, isn't it? And I think we found it in the late 90s just by accident. I think builders stumbled across it, and like obviously it's filthy and full of junk, but all the shop fronts are still there, and there's old equipment and stoves and all sorts down there. It's brilliant. And the guy who runs it, he lets it out to paranormal teams for charity. He takes the money from the paranormal teams, and it's really reasonable, and he puts it back in the kind of regeneration of the underground. It's really good.
It's good that he does it that way. Up here, I mean, I don't know what it was like down your end, but after the pandemic, you know, kind of, I don't want to say disappeared, but after it kind of died down a bit and places started opening up again, we priced a couple of places, and some of them were just, you know, like £4,000 for 3 hours and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, venues are more.
Definitely. I mean, I priced up. When we were looking to bring Mike and Chris back over. I think it was Chris specifically that was dead set on a castle. He wanted to investigate a castle. I must have emailed every castle in the country, but I don't know if it's because of the pandemic, because they're trying to claw money back, but we were talking well over £1,000, and you could maybe take 30 people, 25, 30 people. It's like you're never, ever going to cover that.
There was one place.
It off straight away, and it's a huge shame because they're amazing places. It'd be amazing to get in, but it's just so many people are just out straight away because of it. It's a shame.
Yeah.
As soon as they hear the cost, I mean, you see, that's the other thing. Come to Scotland, we've got plenty of castles that you don't need to pay to get in. They're just abandoned.
Yeah.
You know, land of the free, as they say up here. You know. We don't have any of this trespassing stuff either. You know,
is it not a thing up there?
Nothing, you know. But mind, half of Scotland's empty. You can travel from Perth to Inverness and not see a single soul, and that's about 110 miles, you know. But there's loads of empty castles and up here, so come up here. You know.
Why not? We will. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to sometime because it'd be.
Well, there's a campsite that we use that's about a 15-minute drive from here. It's a Park Dean place. You can go camping. You can camp there, and it's.
Gemma won't camp. Gemma absolutely will not camp.
Well, it's more like glam. How was wrong with camping?
She's all down for a premiering.
I like memories.
Oh, you like the soft, comfy bed and the ensuite bathroom and stuff?
Yeah.
This place has got toilets.
That still doesn't sell it.
And a bar. As I say, there's 2 bars.
Well, I've got a camping trip planned in a couple of months' time, and she won't come. She's not entertaining it at all.
No, just I love the camping.
I can't wait. I'm dead excited.
it's, I mean, I've done caravans before, you know, and caravans are nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't think you can beat a tent.
As long as it's nice weather.
Well, aye, you know, if the temperature's all right, you know, you don't want kind of go camping in -10 and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were away last week and it was quite warm, and we're not going away this weekend, and it's meant to be absolutely scorching this weekend. We kind of picked the wrong weekend to go away. You know, we should have done it this weekend. But no, you definitely need to come up, and we need to take you to Loudon, Kirkin, what have you, and places like Caldwell and Dalkeith, all the places we've done that are just abandoned, basically. You know, Dalkeith's a big, it's called Dalkeith Castle. It was a big stately home. This place was massive in its day, and we've not great evidence there, but it's just that's the other thing. Even I've said this before. A lot of teams go out and they think you need to get loads of evidence to have a good night. What do you think?
No, absolutely not.
No, it's about having fun while you're doing it. It's about the people that you're with as well.
You think exactly like us. You should be Scottish. I know you're Scottish, Gemma. I know you're Scottish.
I'm a bit of a history nerd as well, so for me, I love being able to go in these amazing old places when there's nobody else there and being able to just nosy around, and that's kind of one of my favourite bits as well.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I was going to say we love our history, but that's a bit obvious by our name, do you know what I mean?
Giveaway.
As a wee bit of giveaway, innit? But no, I know what you mean, getting old buildings and stuff, but the thing that I find fascinating, and people probably think this is weird, but I don't care. It's it happened at Hunterston Castle. We did the Wallace Oak unveiling on Sunday there, but about 3-4 weeks prior to that, we went down to test the signal and what have you, and the tour guide gave me a tour of the castle. And the castle dates back to the 1100s, and there was a doorway, and in the doorway was these iron hinges, and so that's the original hinges for when the castle was first. Now I know it's something stupid. It's a hinge.
No, I totally get it.
Oh no, I love that stuff.
And I took photos of it, and I was just standing staring at this hinge, and you start thinking about the guy that made it, the guy that put it there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, the people that have touched it over the time, you know.
Aye.
Yeah.
And the roof, it's still the original roof that's in it as well. And the master bedrooms on top floor, it's still all the original beams and all the rest of it. How they've survived all this, I don't know. But it's still all the original beams. But the other fascinating thing was, it was when we went to Pendle 2 years ago, we went to St. Bartholomew's.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a door round the side, and they say that's the original door dating back to 1612.
Oh, wow. We've never actually managed to get there, have we?
No, we've tried to.
We've tried. It's never quite come off, but that is one that we do need to get to.
It's huge. Pendle's. We didn't realise how big Pendle was, how big the borough was, but you're 25-30 miles between different locations. You see all the so you imagine it's just like a wee borough. It's massive.
Yeah, we'll need a tour guide or a good map.
You do need it, and the roads are like that, and the big high hedges and stuff. But just this door, I was thinking, imagine how many people have touched that door.
Yeah,
and
I love that kind of stuff.
And we went to Newchurch as well, to the churchyard and where the Nutter family plot is. And it's surreal. You've seen the photographs and documentaries on that particular grave summit, but see to actually standing there.
Yeah.
And you're looking at that headstone, and you think that's been there since 1600 and something.
Yeah.
And as you see, like you call yourself a history, and a lot of people might think, oh, Neds, no Neds, nerds. No, the come as small, you find a few Neds up here, I'll tell you that. But
What's one of
there's a Ned. Do you know what a Ned is?
No.
No.
Is it a Scottish word?
How would you describe a Ned?
For me,
Aye.
I don't know what a Ned
Seriously?
is. Seriously.
A Ned is like teenagers who think, you know, the tracksuits and that on.
Oh, a chav.
Aye, you could call them a chaff, aye.
I know what you mean.
A chaff.
It's a history lesson. It's a history lesson and a culture lesson. Every day is a school day.
It is. Every day you learn something new, ladies. But no, a Ned is a Scottish version of a chaff, then, basically. You know. But I was saying, aye, nerds. Everybody think of history nerds, but it's just, it's truly fascinating.
It is. I love it.
I was talking to Madam Pauline on Sunday, who's the 30th clan chief or clan hunter, and it was awful. We were talking about where the castle was built. When you look at how these castles were put together, you know, back to 1100, these people weren't educated or nothing, you know, and they didn't have the kind of machinery and all the rest of it that we have these days. But when you look at these castles and how they've been put together,
yeah, they're amazing.
You know, they're still standing today. You know, some of them, granted, have, you know, rotted away through time, but the what though?
I said sometimes there's just bits of them left, but still.
Aye, there's a wall or something like that. But you know, these ones that stood the test of time, you think, absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
How they were actually put together. But I'm watching the time, Nikki. I know you've only got an hour, doll, and
oh yeah.
I've not finished talking to you yet. It's been a quick hour, I thought.
It has. It's flown.
So I'll need to get you another date to come back for another one. I'm afraid, sorry.
Anytime.
And I'll give you time to practice your Scottish accent.
It's never going to get any better, I don't think.
Well, I don't know. We Rosie Cardy, when she first, she was a wee bit, you know, pants. Sorry, Rosie, but you know, you could stick her in the middle of Glasgow and she'd blend right in.
Yeah, I see. I'm better when I repeat Gemma. When she says something and I repeat it. That's, you know, when I'm taking the mick out of you a little bit.
Yeah.
That's how you can do the next time, Gemma. Give eloquent day lessons.
Nikki, I'll give you your. I'll give you homework.
Oh wow!
I report like one of the, you know, learn Spanish in 5 days. You know, one of the learn Scottish in 3 days. You know, I was going to say a cassette tape, but you don't get them anymore, do you? They're long gone.
You're showing your age, Scott.
My dad told me all about them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, my dad was that as well as a cassette tape. What's a cassette?
Far too young for that.
But I'll keep you just for a couple of seconds after we come off, ladies, if that's all right.
Yep, that's fine.
So, what's up next for LSP? Where can people find you as well?
We have got 2 nights at East Drive, at 30 East Drive next month. That's with Veritas Paranormal. It's a charity event that we're co-hosting with them. Yep. We are going to the Skirrid Inn at the end of June. That's with United in Paranormal. We are at Kirkstall Abbey with the Wraith Chasers on the 7th of October. Only 2 tickets left for that. So if you want them, be quick because we are about to close it. What else have we got, Jen? Have we got anything else lined up? I mean, I've got a few kind of in the booking process, which I don't really know
confirmed up yet.
I love it.
Doing 30 East Drive again in October.
Oh yeah, we're 30 East Drive with West London Paranormal for Halloween. Yeah. Yep.
I love the way Nikki can just rhyme off dates, places, names.
It's because it's me who organises them.
I need to look at my phone. You know, but I love the way that people can find you on Facebook.
Absolutely.
On all socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
They're everywhere, and even the nearest bar. Sorry, guys, I had to say that. I did that, but I'll keep a hold of you for a couple of seconds. That's all right. So that's us for tonight, folks. They're quite live, but they will be back for a part 2 because we've got loads more to talk about. But that's us too. We're back on next Tuesday, with Hollywood and CIA actor Mr. John Ozuna, who features in the film Venom, Demon Fights, featured quite a lot of movies. But he's coming on to talk about his take on the paranormal. There'll not be any film talk or anything. He wants to come on and talk about what he thinks of the paranormal and his experiences. So
you might stay on topic. Who knows?
We might. That's what it's about. You know, sometimes that's the best lies, but you know, when you go way off topic, you know, I'm really bad for it. I must admit, I'm really, really bad for it.
Love a good tangent.
But something will just pop in. You'll be talking about it, and then something will just pop in, and you need to get it out before it disappears.
You need to get it out.
You need to get it out. You know, it could be the price of biscuits in Tesco or something like that, but you need to talk about it. Totally irrelevant. But we'll wind up there, folks, and we'll thanks very much to the ladies, and you will be seeing them again, and we'll see you next week. So enjoy your May holiday, bank holiday. Enjoy your weekend. Bye. Bye.